I had to watch out, man. There's a lot of divestors. I didn't want to make a reaction video to a divest that's like well known. I'm not really ready to dive in on my point of views with divestors, but I kind of tend to want to do video reactions to women who aren't in the so-called sector gender war of Negro manosphere versus the divester movement or the hypergamy movement or whatever. Not really into. I really don't like getting to that because I'm kind of tired of talking about the same or people talking about the same two or four boring ass bitches. Like, okay, yeah, we've had enough. We had enough of Karazin, Chrissy, Yanni, and all those goofy broads who can't get a man or can't keep a man. Let's talk about other women. There's tons of different women on YouTube who have terrible stories, dumb, ignorant, and I just want to expose them and show them off to you guys, and have fun with this. Let's go. Life coach, every black woman is a life coach. Next thing you know, these chicks are chronic depression, they're suicidal. But yeah, you guys are the master teachers of life.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Sean. I'm back for another video. In this video today I'm going to be sharing with you guys a letter that was sent to me from one of you. Before I get into all of that, if you're brand new to my channel and you like love and relationship advice videos, lifestyle videos, you'll definitely enjoy your time here, so go ahead and subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, become part of the notification gang by clicking that little bell which is right next to the subscribe button. That way you'll never miss an upload from you. Girl. And if you're new to my channel, you may not know it, but I'm an Amazon.com best-selling author. I've actually written 3 books. The first one's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlock.
Yeah, God, these little fairy tale stories that black women sell themselves for money. Godly. I mean, this is kind of aged, but it's still funny to me that black women doing these little books about how to understand men. It's just another select fuckboy guide. Meanwhile, the educated lame, the non-select black man is still invisible. Ironically, no matter what black women go through, we're still never an option.
Is hard, and my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. All 3 of my books will be linked below. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you want to work with me one-on-one as your personal life and dating coach, send me an email to itscoachsean@gmail.com. That's itscoachsean.
The thing is why I don't like black women, and I don't like black women as in them being as dating coaches, is because I've really never seen a thorough one. I never see a black woman really dive into the issues when it comes to black dating. And what tends to typically happen is that these black female dating coaches, they really just regurgitate the same boring talking points over and over. It's the same old Oprah Winfrey, show gimmicks of, niggas are gay, they're down low, niggas can't be faithful, black men are just broke and they're uneducated, and we can't keep up. We can't keep up to the success and the awesome magic of. We're just so lagging behind because we're in jail for so long and we have zero motivation in life. Like, get the fuck. They never take the time to look at diverse sections of black men. You never look at the educated. You never look at the non-select black. But yet you're telling all these black women that, oh, black men are so lowly, and it's a it's crunch time because black men are such slim picking. You know, you might not get the 6 figure guy dating a racial. You'll have to worry about racism. Again, the educated black man is erased, non-existent. You know, that's just why I hate dating coaches. Why I hate black female dating coaches is the fact that you can't see a new or a different demographic of black men and you constantly ignore it. You know, you're not even trying.
jwn@gmail.com. All right, so now without any further ado, let's get started with today's letter. Let's go get 'em. I've been a fan of yours for years and I've always tried to follow your advice. I'm writing you today in regards to my boyfriend. We've only been together for 5 months, but lately I've been unable to give my full commitment to the relationship because I doubt that we'll have a future together, and I'm afraid to develop feelings for someone who isn't really going to be in my life permanently. My boyfriend is compassionate, caring, and treats me like I am a queen. He truly cherishes me and goes above and beyond for me. He constantly tells me that he thinks that I'm beautiful and that he feels like he's lucky to be with me. At times I feel like I love him. He's the type of man that makes other women jealous because of how attentive and caring he is towards me. He makes me want to be a better person, and I try to treat him like he treats me. The problem is that he lacks ambition. He was born poor and has been poor.
This is like I said before. It's the same. It's the same. This is why 9 times out of 10 I can bet you this. This letter is fake. I can just literally bet you it's fake. It just reads the same stereotypical help me girl scenario. He's so cookie cut good. He's so handsome. He's attentive, and all of a sudden, this nigga randomly doesn't have ambition. Like, how the fuck does that happen? As an educated lame, as an as a non-select black, I struggle on the first date because I won't get a second date. I've never had a second date. I'm 29 and I've never been on a second date. Probably once. Actually, I've been on, but only one time. I've been on one second date. Other than that, I've never even been on a second date. So I'm always kind of curious on how to even get into a relationship with them, because I never. I've never seen them show an interest or appreciation of my existence, even though I show them appreciation. I like them. I cherish them, and even with all that, I'm still invisible. But it's so funny that in this letter, the issue with this guy is that he lacks. So let me guess, he plays Call of Duty all day. He has no issue. He has no dreams of making 6 figures, and he works at a Dollar General, making minimum wage. He refuses to go to school. Let me guess, lives with his mama too.
His whole life and seems to be completely content with being poor forever. He has no career goals, he has no dreams or for his future, and he has no concept of what life actually costs.
It's so funny, but the educated lame is so realistic, and it's funny how black women will give their pussy, they'll give their sex, their consent to these guys. It's so funny to just hear them bitching. You slept with him? And at the same time, you're crying about how zero ambition, have his own. Like, come on, like, why are you struggling to get with a guy to actually be an adult, and he's talking nonsense? Oh, I don't want a car. Oh, I don't wanna make 6 figures. That's crazy. I don't even want to make $60. I don't even want to make $60,000. That's crazy. I'm just good where I'm at. Doing odd jobs. If I need to make a couple hundred, I can just sling some dope. But other than that, like, man, that 9 to 5 shit, man, that's just lame, man. And you're telling me, educated black men, educated black women, college, women, black women in college and black women in corporate America are literally falling for this bullshit. Get the fuck out of here.
The oldest of 3 boys to a single mother and a giant mama's boy, to the point where he said to me once,
"Oh my God, how did I know he was gonna be a fucking mama's?"
He wanted to live with his mom forever. Girl, what?
These stories cannot be real. I'm being serious. There's no way these stories can be real, because I've really never met a black man that was just unmotivated, like even unmotivated to the point where he has zero interest of moving out or making his own money. Like, come on, like really, this shit doesn't even make any sense or sound real.
When he is not with me, he's with her, taking her out to dinner, watching movies with her, driving her around on errands, etc. He also provides her with spending money. I feel like I'm sharing him, but we've had several conversations about it, and he seems like he wants to gain his independence from her. What bothers me the most is that he wants to financially take care of his mother. He has 2 younger brothers, one who is autistic and can't live alone, and another who is a Marine and single, yet he can't seem to budget his money enough to pay his own phone bill. Of course, he feels responsible for all of them. On top of that, he also has family that he sends money to when they're struggling. Obviously, this is a lot of financial burden on a man that makes minimum wage and does manual labor.
Okay, so he come on. See, that's what it is. That's what it is. You have this uppity black woman who is dating this selective fuckboy, or just this. I won't even say he's a fuckboy. I just say by the sign of this guy, he just seems like a select guy who's just making minimum wage money. Like, maybe he just doesn't have the education, he doesn't have the skills to go to corporate America, and you're berating this guy, and yet at the same time you're having sex with him, but yet you're complaining to a woman that he never even met or even knows about him, and you're expecting her to give you advice on how to leave him strategically. And at the same time, you're making fun of him and downing. He has all these responsibilities that he has to take care of. His mom, which he really shouldn't even be worried about. But again, most black women don't even budget shit. Especially your own mothers and grandmothers. They can't even budget their own shit. Of course, black boys have to sacrifice their own goddamn adulthood to take care of mama, because she can't even do that shit on her own. Oh, you black mothers have been taking so much fucking money out of their sons, from fucking up their credit score to just stealing, creating fake and lousy joint bank accounts just so you can just steal money from it. You bitches are trifle. And y'all want to reward us. Y'all want to reward us back because you got with this guy. And like I said before, I don't think he's a bad person. It's just that he has to take care and do a lot. He has to literally stretch out his minimum wage money, and then you're mad at him, and then because of that, fine, don't be with him. Don't have sex with him. Don't date him. Since all of that is such a problem. But you never talk to educated Lame. You never talk to non-select
Realize that I will be the primary breadwinner in our family, and it stresses me out to even think about the idea of a huge financial burden before we even get a chance to start our life together. I have my bachelor's degree and I'm working towards my law degree. I don't want to be rich, but I do have dreams of home ownership and being comfortable middle class. I know he'll never be able to help me with those dreams, even though he says that he's willing to go back to school. He also has told me before that he wants an easy job. Am I wasting my time and his, knowing that we don't seem to have compatible life goals, or am I being dramatic and thinking too far ahead into the future? So there are a couple of things in your letter that I want to talk about, but the fact that there is a huge money issue and a huge difference in opinion about how you value money, the importance of money and all of that, but also the mama's boy issue. The fact that he even said that he wants to live with his mom forever, it almost sounds like something that a 5-year-old boy would say. Like, he really is clingy to her, and there's nothing wrong with the man loving his mother. You can tell a lot about a man by how he treats his mother. And
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm actually surprised this nigga's not even gay.
Case is exactly, perfect for kind of demonstrating that. He takes her to movies, takes her out to dinner, wants to take care of her. That's exactly the kind of love that he's trying to give to you. He tries to take care of you in the best way that he can. He's loving, he's attentive. His mother did raise him right in that respect, but if you ever think that a man like this is...
How often do you exercise your biggest sexual organ? No, we're not interested in how often you're beating the bishop, strangling your goose, or burping the worm.
Ever gonna put you above his mother, it's just not gonna happen. Not unless or until he's ready to do so. Now, you said he told you that he wants to gain his independence from her, but talk is cheap. What has he done to show you that he's trying to gain his independence? Like, he seems like the guy that has a really big heart, very giving and all of that, but he has to realize it's going to take a very special...
You know what's funny is that I'm still confused, and I still don't even know what this supposed girlfriend... I don't know how much money she makes. I don't know her living conditions. I don't know what she does for a living. But if she has all this mouth, dude that she's bitching to, bitching about, and you've had sex with it. You had sex, and now you're crying how he's too all over the place. He's helping people, yet he's the main one that needs help. So this is what kills me, because black women will do this little victim shit, and they'll say, "Well, I couldn't say. He asked me. I didn't want to be lonely. I was at a dark time in my life." All these little excuses, and it's so funny that those very excuses that you guys use to date these so-called guys you don't like later on in the future, but are yet select enough to sleep with, when we have a plan or we want to admire you or date you, all of a sudden the whole, "Oh, I was desperate," or "Oh, I was this and that" doesn't apply. Now all of a sudden your senses are back to normal, and you have no problem living by yourself or being single forever. It's funny how all that shit kicks in when a non-select black man or educated lame hits you up all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden those little senses and those little things that got you enamored on pookie doesn't work. On an educated lame, when he tries to speak game to you. Funny how that doesn't work.
Woman, not saying that you aren't, but just rock with me for a minute. It's going to take a very special woman to be okay with possibly living with his mother and the autistic brother, and the fact that they'll never really have much of an income. Like, he's asking a lot. He's asking the person that he's going to be with to sacrifice a lot. Not even being able to have your own home and your own space and even your own money. He does like you, and he does. If you would just fit into this little piece, the little piece of his life that he has carved out, not very big, because his family and all that stuff, they took up a big part of his life pie, so to speak. He wants somebody who's going to be a very thin slice to just slide right into the life the way that he's already has it constructed. And I don't think that that's fair. There's no wiggle room in the way that he's living his life for you and your plans, especially for the kind of person that you are. Like you said, you don't want to be rich, but you want to go to law school, you want to be a homeowner, you want to be middle class and all of that. It's just too big of an issue. I completely understand your reluctance in wanting to end this relationship because you found so much of what you
fucking ended. I don't even understand why this needs to be a letter, or why you need to write a letter to her and then wait probably like 2 to 3 weeks for her to get it, and then wait another week for her to create a video, edit it, upload it, and all this shit. Like, this is common sense, you know, if the guy is that bad or whatever.
In one guy. And typically that's how you know that guy is the one, when he's just about everything that you've ever wanted in a person. But finances are huge. They say, I think there's an old song that said, no romance without finance. Like, at some point
Well, I mean, true. I mean, it really doesn't take any romance to sleep with a black woman you select. You know, there's no romance. You just get it right out the box.
money issue is going to make you see him less and less and less. When he can't provide for you, when you're the primary breadwinner and you're paying all the bills and he's out here, you're making all the money and he's out here spending all of it, that's going to frustrate you in the long run because you guys haven't even put your finances together and it's already frustrating you. Imagine you coming home with your first big paycheck as a lawyer and he's already allocated your money out. Mama.
Oh, God. I mean, I highly doubt she'll be a lawyer making so much money, but whatever. It's the thing is, you don't even have, you how the hell are black women in spaces where they're claiming to be the 1%? They're claiming to be the token black girl, and you're making less pay than your male counterpart. Yeah, you can't even date these guys. Great, fine. You don't want to date guys who work in the same building or same company as you. You can date other guys who are doing the same thing for other law firms or whatever, or doctors. You can't be this stupid. And I'm just being honest. You can't be this stupid to where it's like, fuck. I'm going to law school, and I'm pretty sure there are tons of black men who are answering the call and wanting to be a lawyer or a judge or something. And you're telling me, despite all the prospects that you're seeing on a daily fucking basis, this so-called this so-called minimum wage brother who is already struggling and trying to help his family is not good enough for you. Fine. I don't even think he should have even been in a relationship with you. Even if you didn't even have a problem with his situation. Fuck it. But he needed that. He doesn't need you, and he needs to take care of the issues that he has in his home. The problem that I'm having is that black women get in these little fucked up relationships, knowing that they're fucked up, and then want to cry, and then want to showboat, and then talk shit about black men as if we ain't about nothing. Now, you really don't. What pisses me off is that you have tons of black women literally running around talking about how broke black men are. They don't even believe any of us are in college or even have degrees or anything. They literally just think that all we do is play fucking Madden all day at our grandmom's house, drinking beer, hitting a 40, smoking a blunt, playing dice on the radiator. That's literally all they see black men at or doing. And it's frustrating that the same race of women have to struggle. Black women have to struggle dating an educated lame because she is so fixated in making sure that the guy she's dating is good enough for her friend's approval, whether he's a good guy or not. Because when I've seen this, to when when black women get a slight interest on dating an educated lame, all black women hide that shit. They hide that relationship. They don't want nobody to know. Nobody can know about it. Don't even talk about it on Facebook. Don't even mention my name. When that relationship fails, she dates guys who she's actually attracted to, or more popular, socially popular circles. Oh, if she finds the guy, of course she's showing him off.
Needs 500 and little brother needs 2 for his phone bill, and it's gonna drive you insane. I'm not saying that he'll never cut the cord and become his own man and gain his own independence from his mother and all of that. I'm not saying that will never happen, because the love of a good woman will change a man. She may not be able to change him, but his love for her will force him to want to change. If he feels like he loves you enough and doesn't want to lose you, he will change. Anybody out there in the comment section, you will attest to it. If a man really loves a woman, he'll change what needs to be changed. If he was a playboy before he met her, he'll straighten up. If he only had a minimum wage job and he feels like he needs to better provide for her, he'll go back to school and get a better job. When a man loves a woman, he'll change what he needs to be with her. Not because she asked him to, but because he wants to. Because the idea of this being the thing that...
And there we go. And that's how we're going to end it, folks. It ends with improving the fuck boy, and improving the select guy, and ignoring guys like us.